Welcome back to New Rockstars, and with The Last of Us hitting the scene in a big way, it proves that the zombie hype is even harder to kill than the zombies themselves. Everyone loves them a good zombie apocalypse, but what if I told you that Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania was about to get a bite of that zombie apocalypse action? And what if I told you that Janet van Dyne was the future mother of zombies in the MCU? This is Rogue Theory, the show where we pitch the wildest theories for the nerdy titles that we love, a show made possible by the support of NordVPN. More on those beautiful people in a little bit, but my name is MD, and going rogue with me today is the zombie Scarlet Witch. It is Whitney van Lanningham. What's going on, Whitney?
What's going on, MT? We're freaking twins today.
We're matching with the shirts.
Oh, man.
Dude, I freaking love these shirts so much.
For
They're
all of
so
you
good.
listening on the podcast and not looking at our beautiful shirts, we are wearing Quantumania Kang shirts, and we didn't plan this. We're just soul
this
twins
is not coordinated.
and outfit
This is not
twins.
like an ad.
This isn't an ad.
I guess it's
we
sort
just
of an
did
ad,
it.
but like,
we just did it because we're sweet and we're best friends,
like
and sometimes we
shirts.
dress alike, and I love it.
Hey, we have telepathy. That's just how we progress as friends. But it is the zombie overlord himself. It is Tom Michelsen. What's going on, Tom?
Well, I thought Tommy would be the zombie overlord, but I'll take it. I'll be the zombie overlord today. Like, you know, what was that? What's that Zack Snyder Netflix zombie one where they have cybernetic zombies? They have like
Army
the King's Army. Oh shoot! Army of the
Land
Dead.
of the Dead.
They're not Day of the Dead. Land of the. Oh man, they're gonna.
I think it was Army of the Dead. No.
Army of the Dead. It might be
One
Army
of
of the
those.
Dead, but I'll be
No,
that King
Army of
guy.
the Dead. Army of the Dead is Evil Dead 3. Army of Darkness.
Yeah, are you guys?
Army of Darkness.
What about The Walking Dead, guys? That's another dead
Walking
one.
Dead. Is there a king?
What about?
I have no idea. I've actually never watched a zombie TV show. I've only ever seen zombie movies. I don't think I've ever watched any single zombie series, like not on purpose. I just realized that right now.
Oh.
Well, then other than Last of Us, there you go. Now you got one under your belt. If you're watching Last of Us, there you go.
I haven't seen it yet, you guys. I haven't.
Oh, okay,
no,
then your streak's still
I've
going.
still haven't seen it
way
yet
too
myself,
busy
but I have played
binging
the
Poker
games.
Face, y'all. It's the tits, and I'm obsessed with it.
Great. Well, I'll just be the overlord of all zombies of all lore.
Please.
I'll take that, MT. Thank you.
Please, and
Yes.
I'm zombie mommy because I'm Scarlet
zombie
Witch.
mama.
Zombie mommy.
You know what? Every zombie overlord needs a zombie co-overlord. So zombie co-overlord, Tommy Bechtold in the house. What's
Hello,
going on,
everyone.
Tommy?
It's great to be here with my 3 best friends in the whole world, and I have nothing further to say because I am so excited to share my theory coming up after the break.
Hey, yes, Tommy
after
theory
these
is going to be
messages.
amazing. Right after these messages.
It's always a very special episode when Tommy's around.
This is true.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh,
It's because
yeah.
I got caught smoking. That's why today's a
It's
special
true.
episode. They
And now
caught
you're
me
in the
smoking.
principal's office, and your dad's gonna
Has to be on
find
his
out.
best behavior or else.
These things will kill you.
Hey, but you know what else will kill you? A zombie apocalypse.
Whoa.
And I
True.
think,
True.
which leads us to our first topic here, I think that there's a possibility that Janet van Dyne made the zombie virus that we saw in What If for Kang the Conqueror to have him make a zombie apocalypse as part of his plans to take over the timeline. If we see in the Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania trailers, Janet keeps talking about how she's ashamed of something. She's like, I haven't told you guys some stuff. Like, I have some secrets that I haven't told you. There seems to be something that she's trying to hide from her family. And I think that, and we know that, Janet van Dyne is this super genius microbiologist who just knows so much about the quantum universe and like quantum viruses and all that stuff. So like, I feel like there's a possibility that she used to work for Kang in a science division and maybe developed this zombie virus by accident. And Kang wants to use that for his own ends. What do you guys think of this weird possibility?
Let me just ask. I don't. I'm not ready to make a judgment yet. I need to ask a
Yes.
question. Is this in a what if world? Or are you proposing this theory in Quantumania, the movie coming up? We're going to find that out. Where is this information being disclosed?
Or like
to
Marvel
us?
Zombies.
Yeah.
I'm saying
the
we're going
show.
rogue here. So I'm saying that in Quantumania, that it will be revealed that Janet van Dyne made a zombie virus for Kang, or just made the zombie virus in general. And then Kang is like, I want that shit. I need that to make Marvel zombies because everyone likes The Last of Us
zombie.
now.
If I may continue this exploratory round of questioning, are we going to see this zombie virus like on a shelf labeled like Janet Van Dyne zombie juice? How will this play out?
It's gonna be in a beaker that says Janet Van Dyne with a Z. That's how you know it's a zombie. And it's like, give me that Zyme juice.
No further questions.
But yes.
No further questions. Your Honor, Tommy is my lawyer.
Done. Yeah.
But no, I feel like, everyone like loves zombies. And I feel like Marvel Studios knows that. Like there is The Walking Dead, obviously, there's The Last of Us now, and like they already announced a Marvel Zombies project in the works already. So I feel like there is a big possibility that we could see the Avengers or maybe even the Midnight Suns battle a zombie army. Because let's be real, in an Avengers movie produced by Disney, the Avengers or a large group of heroes cannot kill real people. Like you're never going to see the Avengers slaughtering like real life human beings to fight. Like you'll never see. You see robots like Age of Ultron. You'll see aliens like Avengers 1, and you'll see zombies eventually. And we need a zombie army in the MCU eventually. So I feel like that's
to be able to tear people
play
in half, but not have like blood spewing everywhere because they're undead. So it's okay. You can kill them now.
Exactly. And like our Moon Knight was our first little taste into the zombie weird after life, and I really liked, like, I always think about that weird scene with that scary scene with Steven and Layla. They're like that horror scene. I was like, ooh, I was genuinely scared. I want to see more of that. I want to be more scared because I'm the biggest wuss on the planet when it comes to horror movies.
Or even like in Spider-Man Far From Home when Mysterio's making the zombie Iron Man come out the grave.
Yes.
That was pretty dope too. And that was, I feel like them dipping their toe in this. But I love this theory because, that would raise the stakes for what the movie's about. I think we've talked about this before on Rogue Theory, but if Ant-Man's goal was to stop the Marvel zombie virus from escaping the quantum realm and destroying the universe, that would be pretty dope. Like imagine if he really was raising an undead army or trying to do that. And it would also be another way to bring back some actors like, hey, Chris Evans, you want to dress up as a zombie and get sliced in half by your own shield? That would be dope to see that happen. I was going to say, let's not forget that, Janet has like magical beam powers, or she could like Ghost. In the second one, she put her hands around Ghost and cured her somehow with her magic light hands.
That was the power of prayer, Tom.
Right? Who's to say she couldn't pray her dead and make her a zombie? Who's to say? She could.
Tom, I really thought you said magic bean hands until you said the light, and then I was like, oh, beam.
Bush's baked beans will heal you.
Magic bean hands.
Yeah, it's like Popeye. She opens up a can of beans and shoots beams.
Oh my god!
Exactly.
Confirmed for Quantumania. But no, I think that's really fun because you're right. She's a scientist. She's super smart. She knows a lot about altering the human body, like from working with Hank on the PIM formula, and now she's got magic powers, right, from the quantum realm. There's no telling what she could do, so that's really cool.
Yeah, man, she's a smart cookie, a smart magical cookie.
Mm-hmm. Bean, smart magical bean.
Smart little magical bean. She's a bean.
She genetically engineered the beans from Jack and the Beanstalk.
Yeah, like, exactly. That's what I was thinking. When you said magic bean hands, I was like, does she make a giant fall out of the sky? Like, what are you talking about?
Like, didn't you see Ant-Man and the Wasp, Whitney? There was a part with the beanstalk.
Whitney, there was like a whole scene.
Yeah, it was a whole third act that Scott climbed a beanstalk. Yeah.
Are you even a real Marvel fan, Whitney? I don't think you've even read the comics.
Fan much?
But like, this is a really rogue hypothetical that has sort of nothing to do with this. But like, remember those zombies from What If that like Ultron Infinity dumped on a planet to fight the Avengers?
Yeah.
Like what if what are the possibilities of us seeing those zombies specifically crossing over into the MCU? Because we know that the incursions are coming and like Secret Wars is coming. So like, do you think that we'll ever see like the window open up and like the zombies pour out into the 616?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially since...
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead. No, go ahead. I've already said something. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, especially since like we already got that little introduction, that little taste of cartoons entering the like live action reality of the Marvel universe in Multiverse of Madness, when he's like spinning around. And then they go into like a cartoon world. So I do think it's possible that we could see like the little crossover between like the What If zombies and the Marvel zombies. And then now new zombies from Janet van Dyne's Bean Hands.
Zombeans.
Zombeans. Oh my gosh. Yes.
We got to make that a shirt. Zombeans.
That's what's written on the box that Tommy was talking about. It's like Janet's Zombeans. And it's just this box on the shelf.
I also just think it would be really funny if Janet's like dark secret from the quantum realm is just that she got way too into her improv troupe and became really obnoxious about it, and she just doesn't want her family to like go back down and find out.
Yes, they find all these printed invites on the floor. Like, wait, what are all these?
Yeah, like come to my improv show. Come to my improv show. UCB 101 final performance.
Yeah.
She's like, listen, guys, I got really bored. I needed a hobby. It was a weird phase of my life. I'm sorry. Just don't look into it. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Improv in the quantum realm is really cringy, and I apologize for what you might see when you go down there.
It's like humor is different here. It's really different. Weird. I don't know.
And their response would be, it's cringy everywhere.
It's everywhere.
And then they'd be like, Hope would be like, Mom, did you do improv? No, I made zombies. Everybody,
I made zombies in the quantum realm.
Look, like, no, what is this? Zombeans. It's the name of my zombies. It's not an improv group. Let's go.
I know I didn't look crime. Don't look at that.
Look, my
First
hands,
of all, I'm not your mom. I am a Spanish matador, and we are in Spain. Can't you tell by my space work cape?
Also, can I get another profession? One more. Can I get another one?
One more profession. Anybody. First row, third row.
This is why Mantis and Drax hated actors in the holiday specials.
Right.
Like they just don't like improv. It's like, oh my God.
Because they saw an interdimensional broadcast of Janet van Dyne's UCB 101 graduating show broadcast into space, and they were like, we hate actors.
I like it.
Improv itself, like I always envy people that can do improv because I could never, ever. I don't have that like.
Oh, I'm terrible.
I just get too anxious. I'm like, yo, my God.
Don't be so coy, Tommy. Tommy's the improv master over here.
Yeah, Tommy's like good at it. Like I suck. I would be terrible.
Don't worry, it only cost me 30 grand to get this good at it.
Worth it.
Worth it. Every penny.
All right.
But let's vote on this really weird theory. Like, what do you guys think the possibility is that Janet van Dyne made a zombie virus for Kang that Kang will end up using as part of his plan to take over the multiverse? Do you guys think it's rogus, bogus, or ogus? Take it away, Tommy.
Yeah.
I love you, MT. I want to preface that.
Yes.
But this theory to me is bogus.
Okay. Oh, bogus. Oh.
I know.
I got a bogus from Tommy. I totally understand that.
I love the idea. I wish it were true. I think it was a great what if. I think it is a great Marvel zombie storyline. I don't think we're going to see it in Quantumania. That's
true.
All.
That's fair. That's fair. This is a really rogue out there theory. Yeah. That'd be so random. It's like, all right, guys, then zombies. Like, we're just going to do zombies now with the Quantumania. Why not?
I'm going to give it an Ogus because I want it to happen, but I think it's about as likely as Janet van Dyne having an Improv 101 tweak in the quantum realm. I think that both of those things are equally likely.
Imagine both of those things happen. That'd be hilarious.
I would scream. I'd be like, MT was
right. MT was right.
Oh my God. Like Kevin Feige is really watching our videos. My God. What do you think, Tom?
I agree with Tommy and Whitney, but I'm giving this a rogus because it's rogue theory, and it's fun to speculate.
Balance of the force.
Yeah, it's fun to speculate about what happens. I think that it would be more fun to save the live action zombies until, let's say, Kang Dynasty, and let's say Kang opens a portal and we have a live action version of those zombies falling, because not everybody saw What If, so I would be fine if they did that again. That being said, I think it would tie in really nicely and be really cool. Maybe it could still be what the movie's about, but we'd maybe only see a few zombies just to give us a little taste, because there's no way we're not not getting live action Marvel Zombies. There's no way. I think it's too good of an idea. And whether it's now or whether it's they're saving it for, the new portal scene in Kang Dynasty with all these zombies coming out, I'll take it. But I think it's a really cool idea to give what was Janet doing down there. And I think that's more interesting because it ties into everything we've seen, and it's not something just new and random like an improv troupe or whatever else. Like it'll be something with stakes of what she was doing and why she's so scared, as opposed to just I helped Kang build a time bomb and be like, all right, I guess like that. That's probably what it's gonna be. But how cool would it be if it were Marvel Zombies? So Rogue is.
It would be cool.
It'd be super. And I also do feel like Marvel Zombies is the plan for Marvel Studios, and I feel like the seeds was planted like a while ago. Like, because remember
the beans were planted.
In Civil War?
Yeah.
The beans are. Yes, I'm sorry. The beans are my bad.
Continue.
Because remember in Civil War. The beginning of Civil War when the Avengers stopped that infection from the red vial from releasing. Maybe that could have been the seeds. Cool. I mean the beans for a Marvel Zombies event. I don't know. That's just something that's cool too. I've been noodling on.
Yeah, I love that.
But or it could just be COVID-19. Who knows? But up next, Tommy has a road.
Up next.
Invented COVID. Holy shit. That would be nuts.
Oh my God. That means war crimes.
War crimes. Dude. Okay.
That's a WhatsApp conspiracy right there.
That is.
But up next. But up next, Tommy has an amazing rogue theory about some of those creatures in the quantum realm. But first, be sure to check out newrockstarsmerch.com, where you can grab one or even two of our many awesome new shirts inspired by the Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. And there's still time to order now and have it delivered in time to wear on opening weekend of Quantumania. I even helped with one of the designs featuring Kang, the man conquering himself. And you can support the channel and check out all of our awesome merch options over at newrockstarsmerch.com. Also, nerdriot.shop. That's our new URL because New Rockstars merch is now Nerd Riot. But we also want to thank NordVPN for sponsoring this podcast. And guys, have you ever gotten extremely hyped to watch a new series or film only to discover it's not available for streaming in your country? Well, NordVPN has got you guys covered. With NordVPN, you can switch your virtual location on your device with just one click, giving you the ability to access streaming services from over 60 countries at no extra cost. And this opens up a quantum realm full of entertaining content which you wouldn't be able to access without NordVPN. With over 5,400 servers in 60 countries, NordVPN gives you access to games and streaming platforms that are currently not available in your region. And the best part is, NordVPN will not slow down your online experience. They've done the speed tests, and NordVPN is the fastest VPN out there in the world, and they will keep you safe from hackers, malicious sites, and pop-ups while browsing the internet with just one click. Imagine having so much power with just one click. It hasn't been seen before in the history of man. If you're a Rogue Theory fan, you can help support the show and grab your exclusive NordVPN deal by going to nordvpn.com/roguetheory, and you will get a huge discount off your NordVPN plan, plus a bonus gift. It's completely risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. That's nordvpn.com/rogue theory. And we thank NordVPN so much for sponsoring this podcast. You guys are the best. We also want to thank Dave for sponsoring this podcast as well. We've all had moments in our life where an unexpected expense came along that completely upends your monthly budget. Maybe a medical emergency or a fender bender, something you weren't expecting just annihilates your bank account. Luckily, Dave can help you out in a pinch if you really need it. Dave is the banking app that could help you get up to $500 instantly with extra cash. With Dave, there's no interest, late fees, or credit check. That's more money to fill your tank, finally get your car repaired, or catch up on bills without having to wait for your next paycheck. You can finally tackle those expenses that have been stressing you out. Millions of people have already downloaded the Dave app to get the financial relief that they need with extra cash. So if you're in a pinch and need some extra help, download Dave and think of it as a helping hand from future you. Download the Dave app from the App Store right now or go to dave.com/rogue. Again, that is dave.com/rogue. Sign up for an extra cash account and get up to $500 instantly. For terms and conditions, go to dave.com/legal. Instant transfer fees apply. Banking services provided by Evolve Bank and Trust, member FDIC. But yes, now it is time for our second topic that will be presented by the wonderful, the amazing, the rogue king, Tommy Bechtold. Take it away, Tommy.
Good evening. Our first story.
Good evening.
Here's my rogue theory today, guys. And again, I won't be holding a vote at the end because it's roguish. Ant-Man.
This is not a democracy.
In the film Quantumania, it's another Ant-Man topic. We remember in Ant-Man 2, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Janet was able to use Scott like a radio to communicate from inside the quantum realm outside. We remember in the trailers for Ant-Man Quantumania, Cassie describes the device she built as a two-way radio into the quantum realm. So here's my theory. In the movie Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, when they first all go down, Cassie is not going to be equipped to be in the quantum realm. Scott is going to sacrifice himself momentarily by giving her his equipment that allows the PIM particles in quantum realm not to mess with your brain, causing him to have a bit of a brain damage moment, a bit of a lack of oxygen before he's ultimately saved. Now, Brandon, Barrick, and I have been discussing on the break room that we believe people were going in and out of the quantum realm in this movie. It's not all going to take place in the quantum realm. So I think Scott is kind of a little mentally foggy. Characters from the outside world that he knows are going to manifest in those animated motion capture characters that we see in the trailer and we know in the casting. For instance, David Dalmatian. He's playing a character. It's not Quaz. Quaz is William Jackson Harper's character. David Dalmatian's playing an animated kind of bubble character. I think the reason that has David Dalmatian's voice is because it's going to be Scott putting voices that he knows from outside to the animated characters. So I think we're going to get voice cameos a la the Wizard of Oz. Like people from the real world are now showing up in Quantumania, but in an exaggerated form. So I think we're going to get a Michael Pena voice cameo, even though it hasn't been announced, in the form of someone in the quantum realm trying to explain something to Scott. It's going to have Luis's voice all of a sudden. I think there could be some sort of Quantumania law enforcement that has Bobby Cannavale's voice, kind of an iconic, deep voice. The thing is that people have to have voices. I think the bartender in the scene is going to have the guy from the coffee shop that goes, "Thank you, Spider-Man." I think his voice will be replicated in that weird thing. Yes. But I think it goes deeper than that. I think we could also have some Avengers cameos. Maybe Sam Wilson shows up. Maybe, is voicing, maybe Scott is assigning Sam Wilson's voice to something. Bruce Banner's voice to a large hulking Quantumania thing. Possibly even a dead Avenger. What if we get a Natalie, So someone in the quantum realm has Natalie's voice. So I think as part of Scott's brain healing from giving Cassie his suit so that she's not affected by the Quantumania and PIM particles, he's going to hear voices that are familiar to him, in that even though the people in the real world may not be communicating directly via two-way radio, his brain will become a two-way radio, pulling their voices from the outside world into the quantum realm to help him figure out what's going on. I rest my case.
Ooh.
Wow. Dude, you're really smart. That was a really cool, smart theory. I'm into it.
It's I like that it's very smart, but also extremely creative. It's a type of thing that I can see Marvel Studios actually doing, because no one would actually think about it. And so they'd experience for the first time, be like, "Oh my God, what is this amazing thing that's happening?" It's so
and he just
freaking trippy and cool.
So that's even more.
And he just improv it. That's how you know Tommy's the master. The improv king of the quantum realm, Tommy Bechtold.
Damn.
That's our show, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Take notes, kids. This is how you do it.
But no, I really have been wanting Ant-Man 3 to address this that weird I put it antenna in your head, Scott, type of science that they introduced in Ant-Man 2. And I feel like having that be a really fun way to sort of retroactively add Michael Pena and all the ex-con friends into the movie when they, even if they weren't originally planned to be in the movie, have a nice little animated sequence, be like, "Hey, this is what's happening in the quantum realm. I'm a weird bug man now, Scott, but I'm not actually here. I'm in your brain." That's just really fun. I love stupid, not stupid, but really silly stuff like that.
I mean, it's a little stupid. It's okay.
No, it's great. Did y'all ever see that movie, The Nice Guys? The Shane Black movie?
America!
No.
Wait, that one?
Will
Will Ferrell and...
No,
that's the other guy.
No,
the
nice
other guys. The other guys. Sorry, the nice guys.
Yeah.
Gosling and Russell
this
Crowe.
was Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe. And there's a scene where I think it's Ryan Gosling is like passing out because he's wasted. And Hannibal Buress's voice comes to him in like the form of a bee, like a little bumblebee temporarily. And it's so funny and like, and smart and cool and terrifying. And
so hilarious.
I really like this idea, Tommy. It's very cool. You were right. We probably are all going to give it a Rogus. We probably don't have to vote. This is amazing.
It's true.
Well, feel free to vote now if you'd like.
Rogus.
I mean, I know that Tommy put an antenna in my head to vote Rogus, and that's why I'm voting Rogus right now.
There's a two-way radio.
There's a two-way radio in my head.
Now, I love Tommy, and I hate to rain on this parade, but double Rogus. Though I also love this idea a lot.
Suspense.
I think that the other thing that's really cool that you didn't, I don't know if this was incorporated in your theory, but it made me think of immediately is the whole reason why Hank needed Scott is because the suit takes a toll and he can't wear it anymore.
Right.
We didn't say, they didn't say what happened. They didn't say like what that toll is. And maybe if it's not, maybe if it's not like him losing his helmet and having brain fog, maybe this could be part of the toll they're talking about. And in the quantum realm, tolls work differently, maybe. And this is how it's taking a toll on his body because nothing has been done to fix whatever that problem is, right? He's like, here's the suit, here's the pin particles, but they've never addressed that again. As far as, by the way, Scott, you're never going to have the problem Hank had, they've never said that. So, he could get to a point where he can't use the suit anymore either, is what I was going to say. So it's a really cool idea.
Well, thank you. Yeah. I think, and just so for our viewers, it's addressed in the comics as the Lang family line has a inherent ability to absorb pin particles. Because once you have enough pin particles around you, your body starts to create them. And the way they explain it in the comics is Scott and Cassie naturally have a kind of like a stronger tolerance for the effects of pin particles, and they create them as their own defensive pin particles at a more rapid rate than the average human. But I don't know if they're ever going to get into that in these things. All right, great. 4 Roguses for me, guys. We saw that coming a mile away.
I really love this theory, dude. It's so good.
Anything else? Come on.
But no, this was all great. I love all this. But now it is time for our rogue question. Are you guys ready for this?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Dun, 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 dun. That's how we're going to get copyright striked. All right, here we go. We got our first look at the new Deucey. That's not a thing.
That's not a word.
That's a different thing. 2 Girls, 1 Cup universe coming to you. DCU. Just kidding. Here we go.
Don't look it up, kids.
Don't Google that.
Don't look it up. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. All right, but we got our first look at the new DCEU slate this week, thanks to an announcement from wonderful man and friend James Gunn. And we're excited for a lot of the new films and series that have been announced, but I want to hear your Rogus pitches for what you would like to see in the new DCU.
2 words. 5 syllables. Mr. Mixelplix. Give me.
Yes, let's get
Give me
weird.
Mr. Mixelplix and make him a cutie little stinker that just comes in. Give me an interdimensional being who can only be sent home by saying his name backwards.
Oh my God,
yeah.
I love weird,
That's a really great poll.
mischief
Cast
characters.
Tommy
And
was that would be amazing.
Oh my God.
Shrink me down.
Cast Tommy. Yes. Have his
That
head
would be
floating
so
and he have a little
hilarious.
body. Yeah, do it.
I would love that. 10 out of 10 casting. What do you guys think?
I'm going to just use the thing that we were talking about the other day, MT, which is I need them to make new dances at the beginning of every season of Peacemaker. And I also need that show to go on forever because my favorite thing about last year, I'm not kidding, dude, MT and I would wake up at early in the morning to watch Peacemaker before we had to go to work. And we would text each other and we would just do the little
do the dance.
So good.
Taste it dance. And And he's in Boston
It's the
and
best
I'm
way
in
to
LA.
wake up
And
in
it was
the
just
morning.
friendship across the country while boogieing. And
Yeah.
that's all I want. That's all I want from the DCU is more.
It really is the best way to wake up in the morning. You get your muscles stretched and you get ready to watch one of the best TV shows of all
I
time.
love it.
You know what would be great,
I freaking
Whitney,
love that show
if
so much.
like instead of the Marvel like intro with all the comic pages, it's the DC logo coming up and it's like, do you really want to taste that? Every movie, no matter
Every
what,
movie forever.
that song with the DC studio.
Even if it's like
logo.
sad.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
The death of Superman. Do you really
It's like the freaking the Justice
I love
League
it.
freaking laser accidentally fires on the planet and like decimates a city.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh my god, people are dead. Do you really?
Wonder Woman breaks like Maxwell Lord's neck. You can use it for anything, and
Any situation, it works in every scenario.
I would just be there watching, like, no notes. Perfect. That needs to be the new song intro. I love that. I love that so much.
10 out of 10.
10
I
out
love
of
that.
I think they're already kind of on their way to doing this, but I would love, like, one of my favorite things is the animated DC stuff, like Justice League. Man, that show, the anime show, RIP, no longer on HBO or
My god, like so good, so freaking good.
I just put that on background sometimes. But anyway, they towards the end of that, they did some really interesting, fun episodes, and where they gave characters, a whole a highlight that you would never even think of them in that way. And there was this one episode where I already forget the details, but Solomon Grundy, Dr. Fate, and like Hot Girl went to this other dimension because they needed the dead man or something to do something, and that's why they brought Grundy. And Mark Hamill famously voiced Grundy on all the Justice League stuff, and I was like, how cool if they made a live action version of that episode where you could get Mark Hamill to come do the voice. And then it was, because Grundy's always been this like punchy character that just like nobody really cares about, and they gave him such a heart and an arc in that you didn't even expect. Totally redeemed him. And like and there's a whole bunch of other episodes, like the one with the man who has everything, where Superman was under the influence of the Starro. Oh my god!
Like literally, you're naming two of my favorite episodes of Justice League right now, man.
The card gang, I forgot their name, but when Batman had to talk
the Royal Flush Gang,
the Royal Flush Gang, thank you. Where Batman had to go talk Ace off of destroying the world on the swing.
It was so sad because she was about to die because she was about to have a brain aneurysm.
Yes, like there's so many little moments like that I hope they do, and then they kind of already are, I think, but I would love to see them adapt some of those, because the animated show took from the comics and took some new stuff, so I'd love to see some of the Justice League, some of those things from the animated to come over to live action, and we get to see some of those. I'm sure James Gunn's a big fan of those too.
Oh yeah, like I think James Gunn said that he was going to draw a lot from the Justice League animated series for his plan, so like I can 100% see this. And like Solomon Grundy, I 100% agree, is such a tragic character. And like I would love to see James Gunn tackle a really sad but like really adult and real take on Solomon Grundy, and like have him be this redeemed like Hulk type figure. Because I honestly feel like Solomon Grundy should be the Hulk of the Justice League. Just be like, hey, I used to be evil, but now I'm good and I'm big and I'm a big zombie and I'm right? It's just so I love little big derpy characters. So I want to give you
I used to be evil, but now I'm good and big.
Because I do want to see exactly. I like that type of dynamic, and like Solomon Grundy, I want to see a Solomon Grundy show so badly.
Yeah, Solomon Grundy movie show. That'd be freaking awesome. Yeah.
It would be rad. It would be something different. And like everyone likes a good anti-hero. So Solomon Grundy all day, every day. Oh, just kidding. Only on a Monday. That's when he was born. But that is it for this episode of Rogue Theory. Thanks to our guests, Whitney van Lanningham, Tommy Bechtold, and Tom Michelsen. Support our channel by checking out all of our awesome merch over at nerdriot.shop. You can follow me at MasterTainment, follow me Rockstars on all social platforms, and be sure to subscribe to our channel here on YouTube. See you next time. I love you guys so much. Be safe, and goodbye.
Bye.
See ya.